Hi, Saggy. Welcome back to our channel. Happy Monday to everyone. I'm going to be doing a week ahead for you, what you can expect this week of Monday, February 23rd, going towards Sunday, what you can expect. Okay, so we're going to be doing that. The first cards coming out for you, we have Addiction and Twin Flames. Addiction and Twin Flames. Okay, so this is an interesting combination. Obviously, this is coming out as like maybe there's going to be a sudden awakening. Maybe you're getting clarity over a connection or situation that feels confusing. Something that you feel trapped in, something that you feel like sets you back. Now you're starting to understand why it's this way, okay? So you could be in a codependent situation. You could have a friend, a family member, a lover, maybe at work, okay, with who you work with, whoever you collaborate with. There's a very imbalanced situation here where there could be a lot of pressure on you. Maybe someone depends on you to move forward themselves. I do see an energy that you're about to streamline something. You're about to start up a new creative project. You could be starting a business. You could be starting a new income flow. And it's going to require you to step into leadership. And also, it may require you to do things more independently. So there could be someone here. Feels like this is a twin flame. Doesn't feel like someone that you need to give up or someone that you need to abandon the situation. Again, this could come through as friendship. This could come through as a family member. Some of you guys, it's romantic or love. And some of you, it's a work relationship. Does feel like there's like a lifelong journey with this person or even in this situation. But in today's time, end of February, it feels like this is becoming too hot to handle, okay? So yes, this talks about codependency. It talks about obsession. Maybe someone's a little obsessed with you and it's starting to show. It talks about someone being possessive over you, someone who may be a little controlling, okay? And this connection definitely has a block or there's restraint, there's restriction. I see that you're trying to pave your path forward. You may feel more determined or motivated than ever to start something up and see it through. I see also loyalty to whatever you're about to begin, okay? And it may take a lot of time from you, but it feels like there's someone here this week who may be showing their ass because they see that you're straying, okay? Twin flame talks about yin and yang, zen, and balance. Obviously, something feels very imbalanced right now. It talks about union, duality, coupling, complementing each other. Bottom of the deck, you do have self-indulgence. So again, you are going to be prioritizing yourself this week and maybe even moving forward. This is just the chapter that you're in where you're going to be a little bit more self-indulgent. You're going to be focusing on yourself. Your self-worth is improving a lot. So certain things that you used to let slide in the past just do not cut it in today's time, okay? This is the energy of you healing, maybe doing a lot of shadow work. And in that shadow work, you start to see things that maybe you were dismissing. So when it comes to this situation or this connection, you're starting to see things that you don't like here. And I also see the hammer under that. So you could be rebuilding something. Maybe you feel like someone's sabotaging your growth, okay? So it is a very interesting energy. For your card of the week, I already posted that, so you can go check that out on the community post. You have the Tower. So obviously something is going to be shown to you and it may change your direction, you know, like you don't have a choice. Like I have to change my direction. I have to pivot. This feels like that situation. Now, what I don't like about this person or the situation, we have clown here. So that's some themes you may pick up this week between you and this person or in this situation. You may feel like someone is degrading you. If someone's not degrading you, someone could be degrading or talking down on your next big thing. You're starting something new. They're putting a lot of doubt in your in your head. They could be, making you think more frantically versus being empowered or confident. If you're hanging out with a new friend, if you're dating someone new, there's someone close to you here that may be degrading that connection, that relationship, okay? It's like maybe you're saying, hey, I'm going to go hang out with such and such, this new friend, and they're like talking crap about them. Kind of like trying to make you divert your attention or make you be turned off from something that you feel naturally pulled to. It talks about appearances, shame. Maybe someone's trying to shame you or make you feel shame for your choices. And it's also energy of humiliation. So immediately with that clown energy, you're going to see that something is wrong here, okay? The interesting thing here is that we also have heartstrings. So whoever is doing this or whatever situation that you're in, that you feel like, it's becoming a little bit more pressure, it's becoming a little bit more hater energy. It feels like this person definitely has an infinity for you, which is the weird thing. It's very ironic, right? So someone may feel like they're being strung along. All right, there's an energy of pregnancy here as well. So maybe there's someone that's pregnant around you, or maybe you're pregnant. Maybe someone feels like it's the right time for you to get pregnant. Maybe you don't feel that way. I don't know. It talks about entrapment and playing with feelings, okay? So I don't know. Someone here is getting like really nervous of your growth. That's just what I'm feeling. I know that as well because you're being perceived as the entrepreneur, okay? You're being perceived as the entrepreneur. You could be starting something new in your life. There's someone behind you here, right? There's someone who has that wants to buy into your dream or your goal. Someone who may have a shared vision as you. Someone that you're going to be working really closely with. I don't feel like this is that person, okay? It's someone outside of that situation. And maybe that's one of those things too. You could have a friend or a family member who's used to being like this with you, maybe even a lover. They're seeing that you're not choosing them to move forward with this vision. Maybe you feel like, it's just not to work together. I need to work outside of you, okay? So there's something going on here, but you are being perceived as the entrepreneur. So how people are seeing you this week is a master, self-mastery. They're seeing you as very self-sufficient. So for this person who may have an addiction towards you, that is scaring them shitless, because when you're self-sufficient, you become more independent. They could see you as thinking outside the box, using your imagination. You're seeking change. You're wanting to pivot from one thing to the next. You're wanting more for yourself in some type of situation. They could see you as questioning them, questioning your situation. You're starting to ask the right questions, okay? People are seeing you as a CEO, enterprising, that you have aptitude here, that you're an entrepreneur, that you could even be recruiting certain people outside of them to go towards a shared goal, okay? They're seeing that you're getting more opportunities. They're seeing that you're putting in certain investments, that you're becoming more independent, that you're single, that you're creating some type of service that's going to give you a return. So you could be doing things that you have natural skill set and you're realizing, I can make money doing this, or I can get some type of resource, asset. I can get some type of return for giving out these services. They're seeing you as improving yourself, building blocks in your life, being very creative, making a profit. Maybe you're going to be stepping into the holistic industry, giving holistic solutions to people. They're seeing you as very self-aware, as a leader, self-employment, very responsible, doing for self, hard work, getting results, and being self-made. Okay, so this is not a bad energy. That's actually really good how people are seeing you. This person, people outside of that, strangers are viewing you as the entrepreneur. All right, let's get some more messages about what you can expect this week, and then we're going to jump into the reading. All right, tell me about Sagittarius. What can they expect this week? What can they expect? What can they expect here? One more. Alrighty. All right, what you can expect here, your first card, and I feel like this card already came out for you. I don't remember if it came out in your financial reading that I did recently, but we have the lobster. Sorry, guys, I'm drinking tea. All right, lobster talks about being in a financial pinch. Now, do I feel like this is going to be a broke season for you? No. But you may realize that maybe more expenses are coming up. Maybe there's a certain goal that requires a big investment that you need to save for. All right, so this is a good time to plan ahead. It's a good time to consolidate, okay? So you don't need everything that you're used to getting. Now you need to pick and choose what stays, what goes temporarily. It's a time for you to be saving, budgeting, things like that. And I also feel like, you have to watch your money very closely. This is not a time for you to make impulsive buys. It's not a time for you to start anything new immediately that requires so much money. It's about saving. You need to invest in something, so you need to plan how you're going to save, okay? So financial pinches here. Also, when it comes to your pay, okay, like your paycheck, your income, if you work commission based, if you have your own business, if maybe you're awaiting a bonus, you may realize that it's less than what you are used to. So that also makes you think bigger. What can I do to maximize my income? So there's something like that. And I don't see that this is scaring you. I just feel like it's making you a strategist of how can I reverse that? How can I make it that I'm not going to be in a financial pinch in March, okay? We have Caterpillar here. Caterpillar says things will not always be this way. A change is coming. So you have a very positive change coming towards you. And even if you are in a financial pinch, things will not always be this way. You just need to strategize. We have older woman here, okay? So there's significance with the older woman, whether you're going to be being mentored by an older woman, you're going to be working closely with the older woman. This older woman could also be the addictive energy in your life, okay? So this says dealings or a relationship with the older woman, okay? Someone who's older than you. So look out for that. And also, it's a good time to see what does that relationship look like to you. Is it straining? Is it restrictive? Or is it someone that's helping you, mentoring you, guiding you, okay, supporting you? It's going to be different for whoever I'm speaking to. We have Angel. Angel talks about spiritual guidance and protection from harm. All right, so you don't have anything to be afraid of. You just need to know that things are looking up for you here. We have Cat. All right, be careful of a two-faced friend. Someone who's happy for you, someone who is codependent on you, but also not happy. Because whatever path you're taking creates distance between you two, okay? So be careful of a two-faced friend. I do feel like it is a time for you to have your cards close to your chest. Also, your next moves, if you need to speak about it, speak to God. If you need to speak about it, write it down in your journal. Not a good time to share your information, especially with friends, because you have to figure out who is this two-faced person, okay? So there's that. And then last but not least, we have Rooster. Rooster says an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross, okay? So there's an arrogant, boastful friend or person in your life that right now they're feeling some type of way because they feel like you are not prioritizing them. Maybe they're used to you prioritizing them. Maybe they're used to you being codependent with them, being obsessed with them, being enthralled in their life, putting them first before you. And I feel like there's a big shift happening where you're not doing that anymore, okay? And even if it's not purposeful, it's because you're walking into purpose. So things are changing, period, You're not the same Sag that you used to be. All right, so with that being said, let's see what's going on here. Give me some messages for my Saggies. What can they expect this week? What's unfolding for them this week? What's happening? Give me some messages for my Saggies. What can they expect? Give me some messages for my Sagittarius masculines and feminines alike. Also for my Saggy and Saggy placements. What can they expect this week? Give me some messages, please. Two of Cups is coming out. Okay, I do see you going on a date this week, or you could be meeting someone new. Let's see what's going on with that. This could be that person who's codependent, or maybe it's someone else, okay? But I do see a significant date or a meetup, going for lunch, going for drinks. You're meeting with someone this week. You're leaving from that situation feeling like the Nine of Pentacles. So you're feeling very independent. You're feeling a lot of growth. Maybe this is someone that you know very well, but maybe you haven't seen them in a while. And you leave feeling empowered, okay? You leave feeling like, the last time I seen them, I was at this place. I have so much more that I've accomplished. You realize your growth. You realize your maturity. This person also must have grown a lot as well. They're more mature. All right. It looks like a good meeting. Looks like a good meeting. Let's see what else is here. We have the Six of Wands. Really good week for you, okay? Feeling on top of the world, feeling like you're getting recognition from the right places, feeling a lot of support outside of this person who may be a little jealous. And then we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, very, very nice. This is going to be a very good week for you, okay? Now, bottom of the deck, we do have the Devil. Under that, you have the Stairway to Light. This is like the World card when you're about to complete a cycle. You're going to complete a difficult chapter. You've been pushed to grow through lessons, and you've remained flexible or changeable, that you didn't reject those lessons. So you're coming really closely to reaching your goal, or bringing in abundance, bringing in a desire of yours. Of course, right when you're about to reach your pot of gold, the devil wants to come and tempt you to stay in your past or to repeat cycles. Okay, so we have the devil here. Now, the devil could be an indicator of this person. They are very infatuated with you. They could be obsessed with you, codependent. Maybe this person doesn't, when you speak to them, when you're around them, you leave feeling drained, okay? And it feels like this person is really irritating you in a way when you're about to reach some type of epitome of success. Now, I see the Queen of Cups here, so you are trying to be very understanding, very compassionate to this person. You may understand their fear of you moving forward, moving on without them. But I also feel like maybe you've been too compassionate, too understanding. Like now it's time to set boundaries. Now it's time to say no. Now it's time to speak your truth about what you're seeing, okay? So that's what I'm seeing here. It's very interesting. Now, you may not get to confront this person this week because I see that you're going to be very busy. You're learning a new skill. Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. So you're really like impulsively learning some new skill. You're like, okay, I need to learn this to get to where I'm going. I want to launch something this year. I want to try my hand at my own business. I want to be an entrepreneur. I need to learn the skills to be successful. So it's almost like you don't really have a lot of time to linger on this situation. You don't have a lot of time to really get into it with this person because you're moving towards student energy, student work, learning something new, revising a skill, mastery. So there's something that you could already be really good at, but you don't know everything, and you're going to get a lot of knowledge this week. You're jumping into some type of course. You could be jumping into some type of hands-on experience, like learning from a mentor. Maybe someone's going to offer that to you. An opportunity is coming your way and you're jumping in. You're not sitting on this, okay? So I see you being very busy where it's like there's a lot of distractions, positive distractions right now that are going to make you not really tuned in to this person's frequency or their low vibrational behavior, okay? Now, I do see a date this week. It could be a friendship date. It could be a date with someone new, a new lover. Could be even like a business meeting with someone that you could potentially network with. And I see that it's going to go well. And the reason I feel so is because you're walking away the Nine of Pentacles. So you feel luxurious walking away from this. You feel heightened. You feel like you've grown a lot. You've grown a lot. You may feel like, rich walking away from this conversation or this date. Something makes you feel really like, you're going places. So I feel like it's a positive energy. All right, so tell me about the Two of Cups. Who are you meeting up with? It's the beginning of this week, so it could be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Who are you meeting up with here? Tell me about the Two of Cups. Three of Pentacles. Someone that you could collaborate with, potentially. Someone that you could network with, someone who has shared goals or shared vision as you. We have the King of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. I see that this person, they're a strategist as well. They are very logical. They could be a planner. They could think very logically, they could think like a mathematician, okay, versus emotions. I think you and this person are very compatible because maybe that's how you're thinking or that's how you're moving very strategically. All right, so someone is almost giving you their strategy of success. They may talk about what they do for work. They may talk about how they're making money right now, what business they have. All right. There's also this conversation of like working with each other to make money. So I do this or I want to do this. Okay. I actually know a little bit about that. I could help you. So you leave this like kind of like a deal. There's a deal being made here in the star. It feels like a miracle. It feels like you're finally getting something that you felt like was right around the corner. You're going to be working closely with whoever this is. Who is this person? Tell me about the King of Swords. Could be a feminine or masculine. Obviously, King of Swords is masculine energy. But this is someone who's very logical, okay? Like they like what you're talking about. I feel like you and this person have compatibility intellectually. Just talking about what's on your brain, sharing ideas, okay? Let's see what's going on here. Tell me about the King of Swords. This person could be bringing someone to this meeting, okay? So that's why it kind of doesn't feel like a date, but it could be. Because Three of Pentacles usually talks about group energy, group efforts. What's the King of Swords? Yeah, the Hermit. This is someone that you haven't talked to in a while. Or if you knew about this person and never met them, it's hard to catch them. They're not really on the scene. Maybe this person lived a distance from you. Maybe this person just always been busy, prioritizing themselves, their goals. This is someone that you haven't seen around. They don't really post on social media. They're hermit energy. They've learned something. They went through some type of self-discovery. And so there's some type of shared interest or value that you and this person can bring to the table. And I see that you guys are going to be making something of that eventually, okay? Yeah, Ace of Cups. It's like a business relationship is born. Or maybe even someone that's on the same page as you that will be your accountability partner as you're going towards your goals, okay? So it feels really positive. And this is happening in the beginning of the week. Now, you leave this feeling on top of the world. You leave this feeling really good about yourself. It's one of those full circle moments. Maybe you've been trying to get a date or even a sit down, a talk, a meeting with this person for a while. And maybe they were always busy. Maybe they're off the scene. You start to feel really good. It's one of those situations where it's like, if I would have met you sooner, if I would have met you last year, if I would have met you last summer, I wouldn't have been ready for this opportunity. So I feel so good. Divine timing brought us together. I feel purposeful. I feel confident in my abilities. And I feel like this is the right timing, okay? So I see you really just feeling so over the moon. You could be calling someone after this and just telling them how great the meeting went, how great the date went. All right, it feels like, you know, things are turning in your favor with the Wheel of Fortune. Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles. You also will find, even though you're in a financial pinch, okay, I still see you being able to cover all of your expenses with no issue. Your bills will be paid on time. Your groceries, your fridge will stay full. Your pantry will stay full. You're still able to indulge in certain luxuries, but I do feel like you may be without those luxuries right now, okay? You may want to be without them because you feel like not worth it right now. You're making very mature decisions when it comes to your money. And so I just don't see you being broke, but you may feel like, okay, I can't really spend my money, especially after leaving this meeting. You kind of know what you're saving your money for, what you're about to invest in. Also, if you're going to be working with this person, you want to have something maybe even financially to bring to the table. You know, if there's a business being created or, I don't know, some type of stream of revenue. Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, you have the Stairway to Light, which makes me think of the World card. So you know that you're going places. Also, leaving this meeting, this date, whatever it is for you, you start to feel like I'm so much closer to where I want to be. I can see it for myself now. You may have this incredible energy of gratitude. You may be giving a lot of gratitude, a lot of thanks. You're telling people, thank you for what you offered me even in the past. So there's a lot of gratitude. And the reason being is because you feel aligned to what you've envisioned. It's closer. It's coming closer. I see that you're stepping out of self-sabotage as well. So again, there's something about divine timing. Like maybe in the past, you just weren't mature enough to take on this responsibility, but now you're in the right place at the right time. All right, good for you. Let's see what else is here for you. We have the King of Cups. Again, gratitude, feeling so happy, feeling whole and full, oneness, okay? Feeling very proud of yourself. You have a lot of compassion that you give to a lot of people. Even this person, you know, if this is a business meeting, I see you following up, showing gratitude. Thank you for sitting with me. Thank you for meeting with me. Maybe you're going to send them a coffee. Maybe you're going to send them lunch, okay? But there's a lot of compassion that you have for where you are right now. From that, also, the universe is blessing you with recognition. So there's things that you have been getting your hands into in the past that finally you're going to be recognized for. It's going to feel really good for you. You're also stepping into leadership with that Six of Wands. I feel like a lot of people see you as a role model that you may not even like have accepted that about yourself. You know, your children could be seeing you as a role model. Your family, your friends, you know, even people who are younger than you look up to you. They want to be like you. Okay. Tell me about the Six of Wands. Ten of Cups. Lots of recognition coming from family around this time as well. So maybe even people who didn't support you in the past, maybe people who didn't recognize your vision are finally going to be recognizing you for your efforts. People are wanting to come towards you, collaborate. There could be a business-minded family member that maybe, again, divine timing. It wasn't the right time to come together to have those conversations about financial growth, but there's someone here now that's wanting to recognize you. You could be having a family dinner. So you have a very busy week. You have this date or this business meeting, and then you have like some type of family dinner towards the end of the week, okay? Where you're going to feel appreciated, valued, and also seen. All right. All right, this person is popping up for some reason, okay? We have the Devil and the Ten of Swords. And this person is also showing up as the Emperor. Okay, so there's someone who is used to being the responsible person. Maybe this person felt responsible for you and they thrived in that role or that position. If this was a lover, maybe they felt very proud to take on the bills. But now you're starting to become more of the breadwinner, right? Or this could be like a family member who was very proud to, like, you know, be your go-to. All right, there's someone who's suffering here. Now, I don't feel like they're suffering because of you and that you're moving on with life. I feel like this person is going through the Ten of Swords. They're going through a devastating ending. This person could be going through job troubles. Maybe this person's going through relationship troubles. And it's something that cannot be revisited. It's something that's completely coming to an end. The Ten of Swords feels like when the rug is pulled from under you, when you've been really trying to save something that's not worth saving. So they could be going through their own emotions with that. Through that ending, they're adopting this devil energy of just being negative. Negative Nancy, negative Nate. Maybe they could be drinking a lot, smoking a lot. Maybe this person could be picking up useless connections, sexual connections. There's something here about this person where because of what they recently went through, they're showing their shadow side, okay? And that is coming out about family, Ten of Cups. Or someone, even if they're not your blood, there's someone that you felt very safe with for a long time, but now you may feel like you're not feeling so safe with this person. Yeah, Four of Swords is here as well, okay? So I see you being really happy. There's a lot of recognition. There's someone that you're not going to share this with. You may feel like you just want this person to not disturb you. You could be blocking this person temporarily because Four of Swords is a temporary energy. You could be just being putting them on do not disturb. You're not speaking with them. You're not communicating. You're not opening up. You're starting to feel the shift in this person. You don't like it. It kind of sucks because it feels like maybe like the Wheel of Fortune is a round table. And everybody has their time. Everybody has the ebbs and flows of life. Everybody has their ups and downs. Maybe when you were down, this person was up. Now that the wheel is changing, you're in a season or a chapter where things are looking up for you, but maybe for this person, not so much. And there could be a big disconnect from that, okay? And maybe this person is even becoming a little deviant because of what they've been through. All right, so I see you staying away from whoever this twin flame addictive personality is. And the Star, I'm telling you, this week you're going to have a big breakthrough. A miracle could be coming true for you, something that was unexpected, something that felt like maybe all the odds were against it, but you're being able to pull through. And there's a lot of recognition for that because People are going to see your star power of how you were able to have a very positive outcome in maybe a very challenging period, okay? So people are seeing that. They're not blind, they're seeing that. And I see that this is very healing for you, that you stayed loyal to something that maybe you could have felt or other people could have felt was a lost cause, but you're making it work. And it feels very miraculous. All right. So from this week as well, you're stepping into leadership energy. Now, you're not chasing anything. I feel like you're magnetizing opportunities. So expect a lot more opportunities to unfold for you as we're moving into spring season. You are attracting a lot of opportunities here. Things that you're not even chasing after are coming towards you, okay? So like the floodgates are opening for you. A new door is opening for you here with this Queen of Wands. There's also something about like your appearance. Your appearance could be reflecting how you feel about yourself. So you're becoming more handsome, more beautiful, more sexy with your body. All right, let's see. 10 of Pentacles, you're moving into your most abundant season where you're going to be making the most money. You're going to be attracting a lot of abundant opportunities. A lot of abundant new connections are coming towards you. It's also a time where you should feel like you have a lot of value. You bring a lot to the table. All right, so you can walk into new rooms with a lot of confidence. Very positive reading. The Sun. I mean, what more can I say? Just positivity. You end off the week feeling very abundant, very happy, very positive, very optimistic. You also end off the week with a lot of visibility. People are coming out the woodworks. People are starting to follow your Instagram. Maybe people are like, I haven't seen you in ages, and you just popped up on my For You page. I wanted to click and connect again. So you're becoming more visible where opportunities can clearly see you and come towards you. So lots of new connections, but attracting the right people. Lots of new opportunities that are for you. Doors are opening and lots of visibility, lots of recognition for what you've already been doing, that now people are finally being put on game, okay? That's what I see here. Do I have? Yes, I do. Okay. All right. What else does Sag need to know? All right. Bottom of the deck, we have healing chaos. Okay. This looks like that tower energy, does it not? Does it not? Okay. Someone's mask is going to slip. They're going to show their jealousy, not of you, of what you're about to move towards. Solo dolo. Someone can't take. They can't take, honey. Okay. And so this tower that you're going to experience from your card of the week is just allowing you to see maybe how someone has always been. And because they are a twin flame, it feels like someone that you shouldn't throw away, but it's someone that we definitely need to reframe our connection and what I allowed. I don't allow those things anymore, okay? It's like someone has to get a grip. That's what I'm getting. Someone has to get a grip. So there's a lot of transformation that you went through. Someone's been seeing this the whole time, and it's almost like they've been afraid of you to fly off. They wanted to keep you in that cocoon, okay? And this person's afraid of you spreading your wings and flying. And so that mask is going to slip this week. I don't feel like you're addressing it this week. It feels like you're trying to retain your peace. You don't want drama. You don't want chaos. But this will be something that you address sooner than later, okay? Healing chaos. If you want to know about this situation with this person, how the mask is going to slip, what you're going to start to see, how you're going to address things in the outcome, I'm going to take that to the extended. So if you want to see all of that tea, then definitely follow me there. The link will be in the description box down below, as well as in the comment section down below. All right. Yes. With that being said, I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. A lot of growth, or you've been prioritizing yourself, focusing on self. This person could be feeling a little slighted. All right. Now, I do see fake love coming from this person. We have the 6 of Wands here, and immediately after the 6 of Wands, we have the 5 of Wands. So this is like someone congratulating you, putting you on a pedestal, even posting your success on their social media, in support. But immediately after that, there's this energy of challenge. There's this energy of confrontation. Okay, so it feels like fake love. It's like this person doesn't want to be the only one left out, not celebrating you. Because it's like, while everybody's celebrating Sag, they could be in the corner hating, right? So they come and celebrate, but then they also, after you tell them something that you achieved, you accomplished, they celebrate with you. But then there's like some disrespect that comes after that. And we're going to see what's going on with that, okay? Tell me about the Six of Wands. Strength card, Leo energy. There's something to be celebrated because whatever you're achieving, it took discipline. It took you having great sense of self-control. You turned down things that were not for your highest good, even if you wanted them. And these are relationships. This could be vices. This could be bad habits that you consider to be bad. You did a transformation here. So you are to be celebrated right now. It's not easy. You were faced with temptation coming this way, that way, that way, and you stayed the course, okay? Strength energy.